I'm really bad when it goes like you ask me a question, right? And then I think about the question and I answer the question, right? But for me, somehow within my English or German or whatever, or in general, I find it really difficult when you ask me to ask you a question and put it into a sentence. The whole Biennale as such. Wow. Difficult for me to say. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed being in Venice. I really enjoyed working on my show for a week, and I've seen things I really liked and a lot of things that I don't like, but that's always the case. But I think it's a great place to have, meeting people and looking at stuff. I was there for 9 days.
Wow.
And
nice.
so that was brilliant at the beginning. I did a photograph of Björk, and that was fun. And then I did my show, and everything was really quiet. It was all before everybody came. So you had time on your own, apart from the tourists, setting up your show and doing it. So it was very peaceful. So by the time everybody arrived, it was kind of just before everybody arrived, that was the most quiet and most beautiful moment, because you've done your work and you were proud of it, and then you had a bit of time by yourself, and it was great.
And how was it? And how was it to set up in that atmosphere? Very different to setting something up in, let's say, Berlin or London, or.
Well, it was sort of site specific. That I knew the Palazzo very well, because I was doing I was just before Christmas. I was doing a W shoot in exactly that Palazzo, within other places too. But so I knew the building very well, and I knew the 2 rooms. And in February I went back again and to see the rooms again. And so I knew exactly. I was thinking very hard of how I'm gonna want to show my work. And so that was very special to have this beautiful place, and then you look out the window and you see the Gran Canaria, and so I was very well prepared in a way of how I wanted to present the work, and not put any white walls up, and kind of to have pictures on the walls, and I wanted to leave the Palazzo how it is, to kind of be able to look at the space, because normally under normal circumstances these places are kind of closed for common people, I would say.
Yeah, because they only live on the top floor, the family there, right?
Yeah. But even so, it's like they would have a congress or some party or some wedding. Normally you wouldn't be able to go in, but because of the Ukrainian pavilion, everybody can go in and look at it. So it was even for the Palazzo, that was worthwhile. So walking around was beautiful. Yeah. And Sam's room was completely different to my room, but it was equally spectacular, grand, Yeah. Mine was sort of decaying, which made sense for me both ways.
Yeah, I love the room that you were in, or the 2 rooms that you were in. I thought they were really full of character, and really genuine. Really, I know, it felt really of the art world versus, let's say, the more traditional fashion world. How are they in their treatment to you, or critique or praise or what have you? Is it a very different process?
To put it really simply, if you produce good work, you get good reactions. If you produce bad work, you get hammered for it, in both ways. And and you can't say it like that and that in a way. Because within the art and within the fashion, you have everything you do, every exhibition, every job you do, every commercial job, every time it's a different thing. So every time it works in a different way, and you work with different people. So everything is treated in a way. Everything is individual. How everything works. So it's all the same in a way for me, because everything you have to treat not as a how this is done or how this is done. So everything is new. And you treat everything in an appropriate way.
More to the art world, or say, okay, well, this year I'm going to make a conscious effort to do more with, exhibiting through art rather than.
Well, it sort of comes sort of naturally, where you have an idea and you have the hunger of doing something, and you get offered a show in Scotland and in the Lead House, and so you kind of you have you have an idea for publishing a book, and through that book you then have an idea to do an exhibition. But then equally you have like, I was really keen to photograph Laura Dern, and I'm going there now and do a fashion story with Laura Dern, and I try to do that in the best possible way, and it's not, and don't see it as a sort of a commercial fashion job. You know, I try to use the facilities what they can give me, the fashion magazine, to give me an arena where I can have my location paid for, and the clothes I use it as a theatre set, and I try to and they give me the possibility to kind of have all the expenses paid for. So that Laura Dern is in Paris, I'm in Paris, my friend Dick is in Paris, and everything is there together. You might want to photograph them because of this reason or the other.